Will you hold my video for me? Will you point it at me? Wait, bring it down some and just make sure that you can see me because the camera's over here on this side. And don't flip the phone. It has to stay kind of that way. So you can see me? All right. Good morning. It's raining. We're going to the store. So you can see me, right? All right. This video is entitled, and son, don't be offended, okay? Because when you hear what I'm talking about, I'm not talking bad about men when I say what I'm saying, okay? But this video is entitled, don't join, this is for my sisters, don't join a belief system for a man. That is the name of this video. And like I said, I'm giving my disclaimer. I'm not talking about men, and I'm not talking bad about men, okay? So please exclude the men. I'm talking about there's a phenomena. Oh, and by the way, here's another disclaimer. So I said belief system, and I didn't say religion, okay? People outside of the Abrahamic faiths, and the Abrahamic faiths are the faiths that stem from Abraham and the Bible, okay? So that includes Hebrew-Israelites, it includes Judaism, Christianity, and Islam in all of their many forms. People like who are outside of the Abrahamic faiths like to look at the Abrahamic faiths and call them religions. And while that might be true for some, baby, can we go? Can we leave? While that may be true for some, that's not true for all of them being religions. If you ever read the New Testament, the Messiah says, beware the traditions of men. And religion, basically, when you define it and things like that, it's basically the traditions of men. You're supposed to do the traditions of the Most High, of the Creator, of Yahweh. So you do the traditions of the Father. And that, therefore, to us, at least, to those of us that live this way, it's not a religion. It's a lifestyle. It's a belief system and things like that. And so sometimes you'll hear those of us that agree with me say that we're not religious. We're not in a religion, but we are a part of a certain lifestyle, a culture, and a belief system. So anyway, don't join any of these things for a man. There's a situation where these women, they get with a brother, or they want to, and they find out that he is Muslim. They find out he's Hebrew. They find out, look, he's Jehovah's Witness. They find out he's this and that. And they find out that he really would like his woman to adhere to the same beliefs and lifestyle that he adheres to. And he might have even convinced her to do it. He might have suggested she do it. He might suggest she talk to sisters that are a part of his lifestyle and everything. But what ends up happening is those two break up. And when they break up, the sister is so upset that she throws the belief system away. And she's just like, I hate it. I always hated, she's like, I always hated being Hebrew. I always hated being Muslim, and I just, she just throws away the tenets completely, and then she jumps on to something else. There are women out here that jump on every spiritual walk that a man has in her life, and every time it falls short, she blames the belief system. Don't blame the belief system for your situation. You shouldn't join up with anything that you don't truly wholeheartedly believe. Period. And so this is my warning, because y'all going around, y'all getting embittered, and then you talking bad about a belief system that really, the belief system itself didn't do anything to you. If anybody did something to you, maybe that man, if he was callous and cruel and hypocritical and things like that, maybe he did that stuff to you. Or if you were the problem and he said, I can't deal with you, and he put you out, maybe you're the one that did stuff to you. Ultimately, you the one that did stuff to you anyway, because you decided to join up with something that you didn't really believe within yourself. So for everyone involved, for those that are in their walks, you know, and are good representations of it, for these men that are seeking women that go their way, and for these sisters that aren't interested in that particular way. Do everybody a favor and don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. You know, Torah says Torah is not supposed to be a burden to you. It's not supposed to be a burden to follow it. You're supposed to love Torah. You're supposed to want to follow it to the best of your ability. So, you know, he doesn't look, the Father doesn't like lukewarm opinions on his beliefs. He says be either hot or cold. So either be for it or be against it, but do not be lukewarm, because if you lukewarm, he said, it's disgusting, and he will spit you out of his mouth. He doesn't want anything to do with that. So it's almost better that if you're not feeling it and you don't like it, you're not able to do it with your whole heart, because that's another situation in the Bible where they talk about the wholeheartedness and everything, then you shouldn't do it at all. So just don't do it, because you're hurting yourself. You might come into this walk later. You are going to be like, what do you call it? You're going to be at a deficit because of trying to do something that you don't really believe in or adhere to. Oh, that guy was walking. That was creepy. But, so that's all I wanted to say today. Don't join any belief systems for a man. Don't join one looking for a man either. Don't come in there because you know it's a lot of brothers in there. Because, you know, when you come out of Christianity and you go into being Hebrew and you go into being Islamic, there's a lot of men over there, because those belief systems tend to raise up the men to be masculine and manly, and they want to be men. Like, we come from a culture where men haven't been taught to be men, and they are ostracized and emasculated for being men and being masculine. So when they find that they are Hebrew, they wake up to being Hebrew, they want to be Torah observant, or they go into being Islamic and want to follow the Quran and stuff, they become they become almost zealous in their masculinity and their what do you call it? I'm trying to think of the proper word. You know, in their male leadership. Let me just use that word because that's what I mean. Huh?
Alpha male?
No, that's not exactly what I mean, because not every male is an alpha male, but thanks for trying. It was a good try. But, you know, they come in so strong with it because they've never experienced anything like that before in their lives. Nobody has told them it's okay for them to be men and masculine and things like that. So there's a lot of brothers in those belief systems, whereas when you go to the Christian churches and stuff, it's mostly filled with women and children and old people and old men that are afraid to go to hell. And so suddenly they've shown up there to do their, their restitution or whatever you call it, remuneration. Don't go into these belief systems looking for a man, because you have to understand at the end of the day, it's you and your relationship with the Most High that will make or break, your situation in the afterlife. That's on you. That's an individual thing. So coming in there and, I'm gonna fake it because I really want a man, so I'm gonna go over there where all the men are and I'm gonna fake it and I'm gonna wrap my head and all this kind of stuff, just trying to get a dude, you're messing yourself up, because then when don't nobody pick you, because that's a situation I've heard of, this sister join up and she want a man, and then for various and a multitude of reasons, some multifaceted situations, she did not get one. And what did she do? She fell away. Another one, a sister wanted somebody and she didn't get nobody in the time frame that she thought she was going to get it. She allowed herself to be talked out of her place of peace and protection and go off with some other dude, who's in another belief system. She allowed that to happen. So, don't go looking for them like that. Anything that you join, you should join it for yourself. If you feel like that's right to you, it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what you think, because it's your life. If you think that's right for you, you should go over there. But you don't go over there just because you're trying to get a man and you're desperate for a man and you're desperate for a husband. That's not what you do. So we're almost at our store. We're gonna cut it off now. So shalom. It's raining. Y'all have a blessed day. Can you press the button to end it?
Which one's that?
I don't know. Do you see a button to say to end it? Let me see. Let me take it. Yeah, there's no button. What's this? They didn't change stuff. What's that? There we go. All right, shalom, y'all.